Why, hello, my friend. It's nice to see you again. In my room. Who let you in here? How did you get in here? Alright, well, I want to tell you a little story of what happened to me last week. It's pretty intense. Intense emotions come up, I'm telling you. I've suppressed emotions for a long time. Kind of ignored them, just put them away, would rather do something else, anything else but deal with my own emotions. So, it's starting to catch up with me now, and I'm processing them. It's hard, but I just want to let you know how this happened, how I broke down, and it was interesting. So, basically, I spent the weekend with my girlfriend, and we had a great time here. I love her so much. She's amazing. And we decided to go to this talk, a Buddhist talk about the mind, and specifically about attachments. So, I'm always open to learning new stuff. I'm not Buddhist or anything. I'm not religious really, but if some person with experience has something to teach, I'm open to hear it. So, we first, before we went to the talk, we had a dinner, and she was making this raw food stuff, and she's looking up all these raw food recipes, and so she's making this lasagna type thing. It looked delicious, and I was like, we should make a video about this. So she's kind of hesitant because, I mean, if you've ever tried to film yourself, it's hard. It is hard. I mean, just watch some of my earlier videos, how uncomfortable I was. And it's still hard. It's not like, I mean, I could go through this story on my own without a camera, and I'd be much more natural than even I am right now. It's hard. And I get self-conscious, and I look at myself, and I'm like, oh man, don't post that video, you're so ugly, or not that bad, but we get self-conscious. So she's self-conscious on camera, and I thought, let's just try it. And so we did a little, and I showed her a bit of it, and she was like, no, that's not happening. Oh, the video is uploaded or rendered. See, I'd make them. I had one in the making. They just keep the circle of videos flowing. So anyway, I show her the clip. She didn't like it. Was unhappy, and I could feel just this shift in the kitchen. It was just like, I felt bad because now she's feeling self-conscious, and I caused it because I brought my little camera out, and so there was a shift of energies there. And so that kind of started like a weird mood for me. I got self-conscious and thinking about my self-conscious past, because I've always been self-conscious. I mean, since high school, since I was, even before that, since any school. But like you start getting acne and you feel bad about yourself, and so many reasons you could think of to feel bad about yourself. So it's tough growing up in a typical city of everybody's brainwashed with the everybody should look perfect rule, and there's airbrushed pictures of everybody trying to look like that. So anyway, moving along. So weird mood. Then we go to the talk, and right away I just felt like I don't belong here. Something was weird with that place, with me. It didn't feel right. Like there's all these people that are into Buddhism and into bettering themselves, and just I felt like the darkness. I just felt like the darkness in that room of light. That's how it really felt. Like I was the bad one, somehow. Just from whatever I've done in the past, I felt bad. not that I've had a bad past, but just like I used to drink, I used to smoke weed, I've stolen things. I mean, I'm not a perfect person, but now I live pretty good karmically, I would say. I'm getting there. So I felt weird, and so we're listening to the talk, and the dinner was kind of rushed, and my stomach's a little upset, and I'm not feeling great. And after a while, I had to pee, and it was so quiet in there. Nobody's leaving. I'm like, should I pee? What do I do? And I told my girlfriend, I was like, I gotta pee. And she's like, oh, it's okay. So I went downstairs, and I go to the bathroom. Didn't realize I knew I had my camera in my pocket, but it fell out into the toilet. And I was just like, what? And I'm at this talk of attachment. Let go of your attachments. And I'm looking at this camera thinking, I'm kind of attached to that. I need that actually. And so I'm like, damn it. So I pick it up, rinsing it off, which you shouldn't be doing with a camera, rinsing it off or dropping it in the toilet. Not the greatest thing. So here I am, so that's bothering me now. So I got this camera that might not work. There's $300 that I might never get back, and I have no camera now to make videos. And so there's that. And then continue on with the talk, and I just feel like this dark seed in a field of light. And I also feel like a kid amongst adults. I kind of feel that because I haven't done a lot with my life, and that's the way I was looking at it. I have a new perspective now after releasing my tears and my girlfriend helping me get through this little episode. I look at things a lot different now, but what I was thinking was, I'm a kid. Like, what have I done with my life? I mean, for the longest time I was a window cleaner, and I was doing that, and then I got sick with the stomach ulcerative colitis, and then I couldn't work, and so I moved back home with my mom to rest up and heal. And so here I am, 33 years old, no job, I live with my mom, and I'm like, what have I done with my life? I'm just a child. So it's a kind of a shame you feel that I felt. So like I always carry that with me. Like part of me doesn't want to meet new people just because I'm gonna have to explain my life like it's some huge failure. Like, yeah, I live with my mom and I do nothing. I suck. So that's kind of the mindset I carry, and that's why I don't go out much, I don't socialize much. But anyways, we'll get to that. So we go home, and all of a sudden I just feel this tremendous sadness. Like I could not hide it. I wanted to, but I was so sad and so depressed, and my girlfriend's like, is something wrong? Like, it's like in a really caring way. Like I used to be bothered if somebody would say, what's wrong? Like, so irritated, but she was so calm with it, wasn't expecting anything. She was just like, something wrong? And I was like, no, I'm fine. And then like she asked again, and I was just like, yeah, we laid down on the bed. She brought me to the bed, and we laid down, and I just said, I'm just so sad right now. Like, I'm so sad. And I just started crying. Like, I just broke down. And I didn't even know why. I didn't know why I was sad. That's the thing that was bothering me. I was like, I don't know why. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why I'm so sad. And we started to discuss things, and I thought maybe it was the whole Buddhist thing that tripped me up. And that, because she's like really into it, it's helped her so much. And now I understand why she's so into it, because it's really given her something to just bring her out, because she was depressed too as a child, and she's had a hard life. So this has given her something to focus on and something to make her just feel happiness. So like I get it. Like it's so beneficial for her. But I wasn't into it at all, the Buddhist stuff, and I felt bad that I would never be a part of that, which is so important for her. So I thought maybe that's why I'm so sad. We went to this Buddhist talk and maybe that's it. And but that wasn't it. That wasn't making me sadder. We talked about that and it just wasn't it. And we started talking more, and it was just that I felt so ashamed amongst all those people. Like, I don't socialize much, so all of a sudden I'm in this big, like, temple with, I don't know, 100 people or less. And it's a lot of people to be around. And she's talking to people, and I'm there, and I felt so out of place, you know? Like, if you're one that doesn't socialize much and then you're thrust into a social situation, it's tough to adapt and just be this talkative person. I mean, I'm not that talkative really. So, really what it came down to is that I felt so ashamed with my life that I didn't want to share that with anybody. I felt like I was failing at life, and it really made me sad. Like, it was, I don't know why that whole temple talk triggered it, but it did, and that's why I was so sad. But she helped me get over it and realize how much I've been through. I mean, I've had a tough life growing up, like, single mom taking care of me, but she was working, so like I'd be by myself a lot, babysitters, and we're switching schools a lot. I've moved like 15 times in my life, I think. So I was switching schools every couple of years. So I'd make some friends, and then I'd move to another end of the city, lose those friends, and then after a while, after doing that, after 4 schools or so, it just became kind of a loner. Like, well, I guess friends aren't meant to keep, and it's tough to make friends. And so basically I went through all that, and my mom was she had a bit of a drinking problem, and she had some abusive boyfriends in the past, and I've seen a lot. So I've seen a lot of stuff. I've had a tough little life here, and then I ended up getting really sick, and so my stomach thing really took me out for like 6 years. And so like after all that, and then I look at my life as some kind of failure, like just because I don't have a successful job and I'm not able to support myself right now. I'm not looking at all the things I've overcome. And I mean, you gotta give yourself credit for the things you've overcome in your past, no matter how small they may seem. Maybe, I mean, you've overcome a health challenge. That's huge. Give yourself credit. Maybe you couldn't do certain things for a while. I mean, I'm just giving experience from my life. I mean, I got sick. I couldn't work. And I didn't like the job anyway, window cleaning. But getting sick and then studying nutrition for so long and overcoming that and getting well myself, now I'm able to spread that message to other people. I know how to get healthy. It's amazing. I mean, raw fruits and veggies, that's the base of the diet, and get some herbs to regenerate your organs. I mean, I've learned a lot, and so now I can help people, and that's amazing. I enjoy making videos. I mean, hopefully I am gonna be doing this for a living. I mean, that's exciting to me, that I'm gonna be teaching people about health for a living, making them laugh. I mean, I love to make people laugh. So, I mean, I feel good about where I am right now. Even though on the outside it looks like, yeah, well, I'm 33 and live with my mom and I don't work. how you doing? It's not great when you look at it like that. But the fact is, I'm working really hard on the videos. I'm like developing all these techniques with the lighting, and I'm researching more. I finally made my why we get sick and how to get well video that sums up my whole detox course that I took, and so I'm doing things and I'm happy about it. So that's where I'm coming from now. I'm working on it. I'm working on doing what I love, and that's amazing. Not a lot of people can say that they're doing what they love for a living, even though I make less than cats make, which is very little. It's pretty bad. But eventually it's going to pay off, and it's exciting to think that I'll be able to move, I'll be able to travel, because what I do for a living is portable. And that's exciting, coming from where I came from, on death's door. Like, I've been suicidal in my life. I have had a quite depressing life so far, and I tell you, once I start eating the raw foods and stuff, that awakened something in me. It's like, okay, I can do life. I can do this. And it's been tough, and even during the raw foods, I've suppressed a lot of emotions, just watching movies and TV shows and playing video games, just wasting time, anything to get my mind off it. But now I'm really starting to go into it, read the positive books. I mean, I'm looking at 2 books right there that if you just want to change your life, excellent book, excellent movie, and probably even better book. So that's it. I'm filling my life with positivity. I'm changing my mind so I'm thinking positive as much as possible. I used to be so negative. Everything was negative. No to everything, and just looking for the negative in everything. And I realize now, with the law of attraction and everything, that I actually was creating this kind of depressing life that I've had so far. So I'm starting to create a better one. Meeting my girlfriend was like such a blessing, that she's just motivated me so much, and I've needed that. Behind every great man is a great woman, and I understand it now. It's life-changing. So it was a big release, and we're moving on now. Better times ahead. I feel good about it. I feel good about life and where things are headed, and so who knows what the future will bring. So that's just my little story about what happened to me, and hopefully that can cause you to look at your life and some of the things that you've overcame or you've accomplished that maybe you're not giving yourself credit for. But really, do that. Give yourself credit for what you've done so far. Life is hard. This planet, wow. Sometimes, just wow. So give yourself some credit for just being here right now. You've done good, my friend. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for listening to my little story. Take care. Thanks for watching that wonderful video. Please subscribe. If you haven't done so already for some reason, share it on your Facebook page. That sounds like fun. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Ask me what to do next, and I might do it. No guarantee.